Assalamualaikum, I be to Dr. Yanti Rosmini binti Bujang. Today my Group 5 L1MA will present the group project of TMU 1023 Ethics in IT titled Students Downloading Unlicensed Softwares. My group member, Dayang Audra Khadra Laili binti Awal Chasni, will present the analysis of data. Eva Nabila binti Abdul Aziz will present the methodology of the project. Me, Wan Hafizatul Aimi binti Wan Umar Zadi will present the introduction. Mac Junior Maxwell Anak Monan will present the problem statement. And lastly, Firdaus bin Abdul Ghani will present the conclusion. Firstly, we're going to go through the introduction. Software piracy refers to the illegal copying of software. This act has been seen as one of the ethical issues in cyberspace. In this research, a theoretical model is developed to check the factors that might affect the existence of piracy intention of undergraduates. The pirate culture in Malaysia should not be left alone. Piracy in Malaysia may be a social and economic problem that affect all levels of society. Malaysia's software piracy rate was at 61% in 2004 according to the second annual BSA and IDC Global Software Piracy Study. The latest PC software piracy statistic for year 2006 indicate that Malaysia's software piracy rate is 60%. Advancement of technology has worsened the pirate culture in Malaysia. This harmful practice will only hinder the further development of the IT industry in Malaysia. These issues are relevant to the scholars because they are going to inevitably counter software usage problems in their personal or professional life. Significant drop in software piracy will give a very positive impact on the economy. Obviously, a decrease in piracy would boost a country economy and create more jobs. An online survey has been conducted by us to get the statistic by going through the University of Malaysia of Sarawak students' view regarding this issue.
Next is the problem statement. We are able to find various problems related to the student downloading unlicensed software. Apparently, we know that in today's modern world, people depend too much on unlicensed software in order to be able to get the work done instead of buying genuine software or product. This, of course, sparks the concern related to student downloading unlicensed software in Unimas. To begin, we believe that the lack of a sense of wrongdoing is one of the problems that cause the students to download unlicensed software. As Robert Siegfried in his study stated that owning an unauthorized copy of commercial software is wrong. However, there is no sense among college students. If others are doing it, why I cannot do it? Thus, it causes most of the students to do it. Apparently, the lack of a sense of wrongdoing is one of the main problems here. Then, as we live in the modern world, where everything is online and on the internet, that will be the problem. Robert Siegfried in his study also stated that most students cannot tell the difference between materials clearly placed in the public domain by its creator and materials on which there is copyright protection, meaning that unlicensed software that available on the internet is not genuine. However, students seems not able to differentiate it, and they just assume everything that available is genuine. That will be our second problem statement. Lastly, the expensive price of genuine software causes the students to download unlicensed software. As Anna Maria in a study related to Finnish and Romanian students found out that The expensive price of genuine software caused them to download unlicensed software. Apparently, students are not willing to pay for the high price of genuine software because why should they pay if you can download the correct version for free? That will be our third problem statement.
For methodology, we created questionnaires by using Google Forms to collect data regarding an ethical issue where students downloading unlicensed softwares. Google Form is then distributed among L1MA students by using social media platforms such as WhatsApp and Instagram. It is easier to use Google Form than printed paper as it is more environmental friendly and can be easily distributed to students. The respondents must be from L1MA, and to verify this, they must use their student email to answer the form. Once the number of students reaches 50 or more, the questionnaire is closed and analysis of data is done by using pie chart and bar graph.
Hello and good day. For the analysis of data that we had gathered from the Google survey, it is found that there are more females that had responded to our questionnaire, and majority of the respondents are from the Faculty of Engineering. For the third question, almost all of the respondents are most familiar with the Microsoft Office software. 64.2% of them had downloaded or owned unlicensed or pirated software. Most of them got the unlicensed pirated software from the internet and some from their friends and acquaintances. For the question 6, students opt for using unlicensed or pirated software because the original product are too expensive for them. And most of the respondent knows someone with unlicensed or pirated software, which are 45.3%. And the people that they knew mostly do not sell the software to gain profit. Almost all of the respondents knows the risk to downloading unlicensed or pirated software, which that it can bring harm to your device. And almost all of them also knows that by using unlicensed or pirated software, you can face large fines and even jail time. At the end of the questionnaire, most of the respondents are more aware of the software that they are using. Thank you.
Next, we will proceed into the discussion. More than half of the students from the survey had using or downloaded unlicensed software throughout his or her studies. Also, almost 90% of the students from the survey know the risk and harm. But why do they insisted in using this unlicensed software? From this survey, it shows that because the original product are too expensive and can easily be obtained from the internet. The problem with downloading in the internet is the risk encountered from tracking cookies and spyware is 78% of the time, whereas Trojan and other malicious hardware is 36% of the time. Also, note that some malware are capable of remotely turning on an infected computer's microphone and video camera, potentially giving cybercriminal eyes and ears into a user's home or business. Moreover, there is a risk of losing data and identity theft, especially when students keep all their personal password and ID stored in the computer where hacker can easily gain access. But there are some recommendations that can be done to solve these ethical issues among students. Firstly, class such as ethics in IT plays an important role in exposing the awareness in avoiding the uses of unlicensed software to the student. Secondly, from the survey, there are some students that get this unlicensed product from their lecturer. To avoid this, L1MA can strict the rule and regulation of using the unlicensed software. Thirdly, each faculty should always monitor their software license. This is because in order to use the software in a computer lab, it should always be up to date and renew the license for the student to use it. Finally, From the survey, the top most downloaded software is Microsoft Office. There are still some students that does not know that they can get the original product for free when becoming UNIMA student. In order to solve this, students should be informed earlier that they can easily download the original Microsoft Office for free during the student orientation week. Tutorial on how to download it should also be shown to the student. For the conclusion, the main reason on why the student using unlicensed software is because it can easily be downloaded in the internet and the original product are too expensive to buy. The risk of using unlicensed software and a recommendation to resolve this issue has also been discussed. In conclusion, the objective of this survey has been achieved. And that's all from our group, and thank you.
Okay, now I will present on our poster. This is our poster on our project, which is students downloading unlicensed softwares. In this poster, we give awareness to students to stop downloading unlicensed softwares. These are the elements in the poster, which is what is software piracy. As we already explained, software piracy refers to illegal copying of softwares and is one of the ethical issue in cyberspace. The technology has made the software piracy as simple as connecting to the internet, downloading and installing the softwares in the computer. So why is this software piracy is an issue? It is a social and economic problem that affects everyone, which can bring more harms than goods as the user is more exposed to hackers and identity thefts. Then we go through the why are students still using it. Software license is too expensive to buy and they are not willing to spend money on it, which is they think that it is more affordable for them to have the cracked version rather than the original version. Then lack of sense of wrongdoing as other students are using it too might be one of the problem why students still using the unlicensed software version. The software is free and it comes from an open source, which also one of the reasons why the students use unlicensed software as it is available in internet and easy to get. So the next element is how to solve this issue. We can solve this issue by raising awareness on the harm of using unlicensed softwares. The university can also regulate rules on the usage of unlicensed softwares. And lastly, students should be informed about free licensed softwares. That's all from us. Thank you.